Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm grateful to the Shadow Brexit Secretary for his questions. He first of all asked where the Prime Minister was. The Prime Minister is talking to our EU partners, attempting to secure a good deal. And he's doing so with the full-hearted support of everyone on this side of the House. And the question that many will be asking outside this House is, why does the honourable gentleman say that he's so anxious for a deal when he had 3 opportunities to vote for one and he declined to do so every time? And if the honourable gentleman wants to be taken seriously as an advocate for compromise and a deal, why was it in cross-party talks in which we both took part that he attempted to erect an obstacle at every turn to consensus across this House? That's the conclusion that people will draw. There's another conclusion that people will draw. This document was made public 3 hours before the Right Honourable Gentleman started asking questions. But he had, having had time to absorb all 156 pages, not a single question about no deal preparation, not a single point to make about how any sector could be better prepared, not a single suggestion, query or contribution to make about how we can ensure that British business is in a robust position. Just a series of questions which we've come to expect from the Right Honourable Gentleman about politics rather than policy, about positioning rather than practicalities. He asked about customs checks in Northern Ireland. He knows, and it's been made clear, those customs checks can take place away from the border at the manufacturer or other distribution site. He also asked how our proposals were serious about maintaining the integrity of the single market. They allow the EU to maintain the integrity of the single market, but is he serious about maintaining the integrity of the United Kingdom? Because he and his party are more than willing to see a customs border erected in the Irish Sea. We would be the only sovereign nation in the world with such a customs border, but he is more than prepared to dance to the EU's tune rather than standing up for the UK. And that is, of course, the spirit in which the Benn Act was passed. It is the case that the Benn Act signals to the EU that there are people in this Parliament who do not want to conclude a deal, who do not want to leave by October the 31st, who want to delay. And indeed, the Right Honourable Gentleman is one of those, because he's had every opportunity to engage meaningfully with government, not just on the deal, but on no-deal preparations as well. When I last spoke to this House, on the 25th of last month, and he referred to my statement then, I invited any MP in this House to come to the Cabinet Office and DEXU to discuss a deal and our no-deal preparations. Only one opposition MP, the member for Leicester West, accepted that invitation. That is and indeed the Right Honourable Lady, the member for North Down, 2 opposition MPs. That is a measure of the seriousness with which the Labour Party, the SNP and all these opposition parties take our Brexit negotiations. An open offer, an invitation to come and talk, rejected hands down. And is there any surprise? Because the Right Honourable Gentleman in 2017 said of the referendum, we had a decision and we respect that decision. He also said the Labour Party cannot spend all of its time trying to rub out yesterday and not accept a result which it is honour-bound to respect. And as I mentioned earlier, after voting against the deal 3 times, he rejected the opportunity to come to a consensus between the front benches in order to get a deal through. We in this government have compromised. We in this government are showing flexibility. We in this government seek to leave without a deal. But faced with the delaying, disruptive and denying tactics of the opposition, we say on behalf of the 17.4 million, enough, 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 we need to leave.